Hello, welcome back to the Retrobates podcast with myself, Mouse, my co-hosts. I'm doing it the other way around this time. It's Big Man Rich.
Oh, you're right, boys and girls.
And Tuke.
Hello.
Right, so today's episode, we're going to be talking about everything in, out, and around surrounding the internet.
Where we spend most of our lives.
Round of applause for the internet.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah.
The modern slave driver of our generation, the internet. So, the internet was invented on January the 1st, 1983. Although there are some arguments about who envisioned and created the internet, it became a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. Fuck me, that was a lung.
You did well with that one, I'll give you that.
Yeah, blag. Yeah, a bit mad, the internet, considering what it was designed for, sort of military use and whatnot. People just look at videos of cats and that, don't they?
Yeah, it's mainly used for like wanking and stuff now. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's got a plethora of different uses, the internet does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's wanking.
We sort of all just use it for playing video games, really, don't we? I don't really do much else on the internet.
You're a dirty boy, really. We know what you do on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, we spend most of our time sat talking shit on Discord.
It's kind of how the podcast came to fruition. We were like, do you know what? We talk so much shit, we might as well record it and put it online for no one to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, share our shit with the world.
Exactly. The internet gave us some of their shit. You can have some of ours. Put it through the letterbox. So today's episode, we've got our 3 segments as usual: A Mouse's Tale, Don't Know About That Mate, and Uncle Bates. Mouse's Tale is a lovely story entitled, let's have a look. I've got it here somewhere. Trust me, I am organised.
It sounds very organised, this.
It's called Pooh Man on the Run, Smearer Flees Hospital.
Oh, God.
That
So,
sounds nice.
Delightful.
yeah, man, I'm quite excited to tell you that. I haven't even read it all the way yet. I just saw the headline and thought, that's hilarious. The Don't Know About That Mate is concerning some facts, or what would be facts around the internet. One of them is not true. It's up to you two to figure out which one's which. I think JD won it last time, who I should mention is not here this week. And the Agony Aunt section, that will be coming along later. And that is, I am a fan of the online game Habbo Hotel... ... So, we'll find out just about that a little bit later.
Right.
Wait,
So, go on.
is Habbo Hotel still going?
Probably, yeah.
I don't think it is. I thought it shut down.
Should we have a quick look?
Let's have a quick look, because there could be a bit of a...
It made a shitload of money. I know that. I used to spend money on Fernie, as it used to be called.
Oh, God. Oh, actually, no, it looks like
look,
it's still going.
Habbo.com is still a thing.
Mate.
We could do a series on this.
Oh, God.
On what, sorry?
On Habbo Hotel.
You
Do you
know-
not know what Habbo Hotel is?
No clue.
What?
Oh, my God.
It was like the first, hailed as like one of the first like virtual chat rooms where you make a little character and you're in this like big hotel and you can make your own room and, you know, have a friends list and, you know, go into all these other people's rooms and people would make like races or quizzes or molest children and try and chat them up and nonce them online.
I mean, that took a weird turn. Trust you.
It's only true, Rich.
Oh, well, yeah, you're not wrong.
Weirdly
But-
enough, me and my mate Josh, we were
Monster
playing
kid.
Habbo Hotel. That's next week's episode.
Right.
No, we were playing Habbo. We must have been about 8 years old, and someone said molest or something like that in the chat, and we were like, we had to ask Josh's mum because we obviously didn't know what molest meant. So we were like, I was like, Julie, what does molest mean? She comes flying into the room where the family had the computer, the family computer, so it were. And she was like, "What do you mean?" Obviously, went mental and took that, and then we weren't allowed on Habbo Hotel no more.
Fair enough.
Shame, I'd invested quite a lot of credits into my furniture. Pedos have got to ruin everyone's fun.
Sounds like you still hold a grudge there.
I do, yeah, I do. Fuck you, Julie. Saving me getting groomed on the internet at the expense of my fun online, will ya?
Yeah.
So, I just googled here, like, who's got the fastest internet? I mean, we've spoke about it quite a lot here, like how
don't think
shit
it's that
the
bad,
UK
though, is it?
internet is.
Nah.
It's not as bad as I thought, to be honest. I thought we were in like our position was like 40 something for some reason, but it's actually 14,
That's not bad.
Are we
Rich.
higher than Australia? Because I remember being in Australia.
much higher than Australia.
Yeah,
Australia's 43.
Yeah,
We're
fucking. I
40.
remember when I lived there, it was so bad. So we're
Who do
number
you think's
14.
who do you think's number one?
It's got to be America, isn't it?
No,
I was just
South
about to
Korea.
say, I'll give you a chance and say it's someone who you don't expect, but somehow Rich has nailed it. It's South Korea.
Well, Rich has got ridiculous internet, so he's probably Googled, who's got faster internet than me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
No, for some, I was watching a TV program once and it mentioned that, and it's just always stuck in my head. So
Yeah, the top three are South Korea, Norway, and Sweden.
Norway?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought East.
Well,
Well,
one
is
that'll
it
probably
Slavic or
surprise you a
Baltic?
bit more is not four. Four's Hong Kong, but Romania is fifth.
what?
I wouldn't have thought Romania would have great internet.
I think they're quite big on their like internet cafes and shit, though, aren't they,
Are
Romania?
they? I don't
I
know.
don't actually
no
know. I
idea.
fabricated that out absolutely
You're
nowhere.
just making stuff up now, aren't you?
So, how old was everyone when they first got on the internet?
Oh fucking hell!
Like our own personal PC? Do you mean? Or...
No, just like the first time you had like an online experience.
God.
I mean they taught it in schools, man. So
Well, so you didn't
Pretty
have like
young.
a home computer that had like dial-up.
I'd what?
I was-
Dial-up.
I'm
What's that?
too old for dial-up.
What? Too old? Didn't you mean you're too young?
Too young,
Rich?
shall I say? Yeah, that's what. I meant.
Tuke, broadband wasn't always a thing when we were kids, mate.
I didn't have a PC at home for years.
Oh.
But I first went on the internet at school though, so it was pretty young. I was in primary school.
Yeah, I spot. Okay, so that was under like a learning situation, was it?
Yeah, obviously the
Wait,
teacher.
would you go on the internet in primary school?
No, I don't
'Cause
think
can't
we did.
remember. Can't remember doing that. Maybe.
Possibly not actually, not the internet actually. They probably just taught us how to write on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
Like-
jogged my memory. Funnily enough, we'd have in our computer. We had a computer at home because my dad was always not always on the computer, but he'd have a computer and I'd get on there and like I say, play Habbo Hotel or download songs off LimeWire. That would just give viruses to the computer. But yeah, for the kids who didn't know, there used to be a thing called dial-up where it would make this horrific noise, and it was the slowest internet ever.
Yeah,
It would
I
take
know what
like
you're on about,
an
actually.
hour to download a song, if that. I mean, longer than that. And you wouldn't be able to use the house phone without being on the internet at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how young the people that listen to this, but if you've never heard the sound, go and listen to the sound of dial-up internet connecting to the World Wide Web because it is horrific. And
I don't need to. I'll do an impression.
he's not even exaggerating. It's disgusting. Do you think? Why does it make that noise?
Because it would just like
Fuck knows. It was
trying
fucked.
so hard, and he just really wanted you to know that he's doing his job.
Fair play. Do
It
you think
really
that was
does,
like
wasn't
a custom noise that they'd programmed to let you know it's connected? Because if so, what the fuck?
it? I don't know. It's the same with everything. Like, remember fax machines? They sounded fucked.
Oh yeah, they were fucked.
Really weird that it makes noise. Like,
Letting you know it's doing something.
is that what it is?
Probably.
Well, as I was saying, in our school, like primary school, we had 2 computers for every classroom, and when we had like the year meeting or the form meeting or whatever, we'd always get on the computer and go onto this website called shit. I can't remember. It was like Fat. I think it was Fat Pie, but there was this thing called,
Oh, I remember that.
was it Fat Pie? I can't remember if it was Fat Pie or Albino Black Sheep or something like that. And it had this thing called Buffy Swears, which is still a thing on the internet. You can still go and have a go on it. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
It's just a keyboard, and you press the key, and it's just someone swearing for every letter of the alphabet, and it's just a picture of Buffy the Vampire Slayer doing it.
That Fat Pie was. That's where like Devo the Chav was
yeah.
from, and Salad Fingers and
Salad
stuff
fingers,
in it.
yeah. But I remember it'd be so funny. We'd be in like form meeting, and me and this kid called Toby would open that fucking website and just be like, press W, and it'd be like wank from the back of the class. Fucking so funny, man. But yeah, my first experiences of the internet was, yeah, like I said, probably about 7 years old, I reckon, and just getting on Habbo Hotel, going on these stupid little websites and downloading single songs at a time from Now This Is Music 44 or whatever.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't really have a PC at home, man. So my first experience, like just being free to do whatever the fuck I want on the internet, will have been quite old, to be fair. Probably 12-ish or something.
Yeah, there's quite. Yeah, I suppose it's quite late on. They would. I think just around then time they would just invented broadband, hadn't they? Let's have a look. When was broadband first invented? Cracking podcast ish.
Yeah, you've prepared well here.
2000s. Okay, so when we were 10.
Yeah.
I remember going around my mate's house, and his mum and his dad and his older brother all enjoyed playing video games. So they all had they had a family computer. His brother had his own computer, and they had proper shit hot internet, even though it was 1 meg at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was shit hot internet, and they'd play this game called Ashron's Cool, which was one of the first MMORPGs. And I remember just seeing it and going around his house and getting all excited to spend a couple of hours playing it and just thinking it was the wickedest thing. Then leading up to me getting my own PC when I was about 14, I think. Probably a bit younger, probably about 12. And playing the first Counter-Strikes and getting in little leagues and clans and finding scrims on MIRC and just thinking about it now, it's so old school. It's so much has changed.
You've been a PC gamer for a long time, so
Yeah, man. 18 years.
people won't know, but like you just said, you've had it since you were around 12. Well, me and Rich only built ours. I built mine. It'll have been 2 years ago now, I think, and Rich only built his last year, which is 2020.
I'm still a babby on it.
So
yeah, man.
Oh, okay. I knew that you were fairly new to it, but I thought Rich was sort of a good few years with computer gaming and all that.
I'll say I only came onto it last year, and there's always been a computer on the ass and whatnot, but it's never been a gaming computer.
And now you're both. That's it. You're both PC master race. You can't ever go back now.
No, there's no reverting.
It's strange how having your own personal computer becomes its own little. I can't remember the last day that I didn't get on my computer. I don't watch TV anymore. I go out sometimes, obviously, and I'll go to the park or have a skate or whatever. But generally, everything I do is on my computer.
Yeah, it just does everything, doesn't it, man?
That's it.
I barely go on my phone anymore either.
No, I'm
used
never
to-
on my phone.
Yeah, I used to mess around on my phone all the time, but now there's no point, man. My PC's a hell of a lot better at everything.
Yeah.
It has just taken over sort of every aspect of what I would do in I always think, what did I do before I had a computer? And I suppose I'd just sit and watch TV, man. Or I would have been so young, I would have been playing Legos or something, But the fact is, this is a games console. I can watch any film, movie, series. I can socialise with all of my mates, no matter how far away they are. Aside from going out to the pub or going out getting fish and chips or skating or having a date or going for a meal or whatever, anything home entertainment wise, it's just all about the computer, really. I do my editing, my photoshopping, we record games, videos, podcasts, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched TV.
I can't stand. I feel bad. I know she's happy enough, but I feel bad for my mum sometimes because I walk to the kitchen to cook or whatever, and she's just sat there watching TV, and it's the same thing over again. I'm like, Mum, what are you watching? It's either Come Dine With Me, The Chase, or Tipping Point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mate, I imagine every night being just stuck to the same 3 things on TV. I'd get so bored, man.
I don't watch anything anymore. I'll get into a series and I'll watch them, but it's all on my PC again. Last thing I watched was probably The Mandalorian, and before that, Game of Thrones, before it got shit.
Yeah.
I've started watching. Actually, Rich told me that kids thing's quite good. Star Wars. What's it called, Rich?
Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said you started watching that.
So I started watching that. I'm on the second series now.
It does look
It's
quite
good.
good. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos of that, and it looks quite good. Yeah.
It is good. You can sort of tell it's aimed at kids, but it's pretty good, man. I mean, Star Wars these days is pretty much aimed at kids anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to get the few, like I said, the few times I've popped my head into the lounge. What are you watching? And Mum was, oh, there's nothing on. I'm like, Mum, you've got YouTube on the TV. It's like one of the first smart TVs. I'm like, if you can literally watch anything you want. If you want to watch Gordon Ramsay or the best of fucking Come Dine With Me or this, that, and the other, just go to that YouTube thing, and she just won't do it.
Yeah, but she's old for that, man. But your parents just don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty new to them, even though it's 10-year-old or older. But I don't know. It's just They've not grown up with it the same way we have.
I suppose so. I wonder if that'll translate as well when we're old and our technology is irrelevant. If my kid comes and goes, oh look, you can do this, you can do that, I'm gonna go, oh, I'm not fucking bothered with that.
It's already happening with me, man. I don't give a shit about TikTok or any of this shit that everyone's obsessed with now. I can't be arsed with it.
Yeah.
You're just a miserable
Will
old
be.
man, that's why.
You're just a dirty young perv, mate.
It is weird how sexualized everything is now because of the internet.
Yeah.
That's true. You see, like 14-year-olds getting pregnant, and that was only really happening because internet's brought. It's sort of trying to make everyone mature before they're mature.
Yeah, like the Retrobates channel have a TikTok, so I'll have a scroll through there every now and then, and there are some fucking funny videos on TikTok. There's a lot of people who really make me laugh on there, but then there's also a lot of like very obviously young girls with full faces of makeup, like twerking and shit. It's so weird,
Yeah.
and that's just because they're following a trend.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can blame the internet for all that. I think shit like it's always happened. I know these days, I don't know, maybe kids do seem like they're growing older quicker, but there's always been that, like, 14-year-olds getting pregnant and shit.
Girl at my high school was 14 and pregnant.
It just seems to be a lot worse now. But I suppose back in the day you wouldn't have noticed it as much.
I suppose it's just more prevalent now because it's easier to see, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got like social media. They're always on Facebook just saying some random shit.
I don't know if we even mentioned it in one of the last. I don't think we did actually, but we'd spoken previously about one of a friend of a friend, let's say, of the podcast. They work in first school or something like that, and we were talking about trends, and I was like, because we used to have Pokemon cards and stuff, and like, what do kids do now? Apparently, they just do TikTok dances and Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, okay, playtime. They'll ring the bell, and the kids will just get up and start fucking doing the floss dance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we have spoke about this before, to be fair, but yeah, it's
really weird.
It is weird. It is strange.
That's just proper alien to me.
I know.
It's strange to us, obviously, but it's not actually weird. It's not a strange thing to do. It's just.
I just find it strange that like proper young kids have got like phones and then access to the internet. That's what I find
we
weird.
did talk about this actually. We got into this exact subject.
It's dangerous, innit? It can be dangerous, but I don't know, man. The world's changing. That's the way it is now.
The podcast with Sam that we were talking about it, the first one we did, 90s and growing up in high school and that.
Yeah.
So should we roll out the first segment?
Yeah, man. Smash it out.
It.
The choice is up to you guys. Would you want Mouse's Tail? Don't know about that,
Number
mate.
one.
What?
Number one.
What's number one?
I don't know. The first one you said.
A Mouse's Tail.
Yeah.
Cool. So a Mouse's Tail.
Who would have believed it? A mouse's tail.
So, this is an article I found online. It's got not really anything to do with the internet, at least I don't think it does, because I haven't read it through. It's just entitled, Pooh Man is on the run. Smearer flees hospital. And just Pooh Man is on the run was just enough to be like, okay, I really want to read this.
But then didn't read it.
So, Pooh Man is on the run. Smearer flees hospital. A homeless man facing jail for causing more than £20,000. I've just come to realise, interrupting myself. The last podcast we did a man flinging poo around his mouse's tail.
Was it? What was the last one?
He put poo through that letterbox, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he sprayed a load of shit
yeah.
through his arch enemy's front door.
Maybe a mouse's tail should just be news surrounding poo.
You're
You've got a
obsessed
very
with
common
shit
theme
anyway,
with this.
so-
Poo's funny, isn't it? Right, a homeless man facing jail for causing more than £20,000 damage by defecating on trains has done a runner.
20 grand. What kind of crazy acidic shit is he having?
I know. Maybe he's either done something like a couple of proper mental shits, or he's been doing this as like a career over a number of years.
Radioactive
Career.
turds.
They've caused like nuclear implosions. Bonnie Eberendu, 36, was awaiting sentence where he escaped from London hospital on Tuesday. He had earlier admitted charges of causing criminal damage across South London's railway network. You probably wouldn't be able to tell, to be honest, because it's a fucking shit show anyway, South London's railway.
Why is he called Bonnie? That's a woman's name.
Yeah, he's a black gentleman with an afro. He doesn't look homeless, to be honest. He looks just like any sort of normal guy. But yeah, Bonnie is a woman's name. More to the point, why is he causing £20,000 worth of poo damage?
Yeah. Does he not know toilets exist? Or...
I suppose if it's on a train, man, if he's smearing it into the chairs and stuff, will cost a lot to replace those chairs, won't it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I digress. Let's see if it divulges the details. Eberendu was arrested by police in October after he was spotted in Camberwell Green bus garage. It followed 22 incidents on trains bound from London Bridge to Waterloo, on which human excrement was found smeared over the seats and tables. Yeah, there you go. It's such a stupid crime as well, because they just need to take a little swab of it, don't they? And that's it, you're caught.
Yeah, it's just full of your DNA, man.
I mean, I don't think you're quite thinking that far if you're shitting on a table.
Yeah, you're probably not thinking, well, I better
Has he
not
done it a
do
lot? Is he just travelling around shitting everywhere?
Well, it says 22 incidents on trains, all from London Bridge to Waterloo. Which
22
is,
incidents.
those are both quite affluent areas. It's not like it's in some random buttfuck part of Greater London.
Why
So there
does
would
he
have been
get
loads
his
of
kicks
people.
from that, man? Why does he get his kicks from travelling on different trains, smearing shit everywhere? What the fuck?
Well, to me, it would appear that it's on the same train every time, because it's like I said, it's the commute from London Bridge to Waterloo. So maybe he's just on his way to work, and he's like,
I fucking hate this train journey.
it's become a habit. Maybe he's like really superstitious, and he just did it one time, and now he has to do it every time.
Well, he had a great day after that. And then
Right. Eberendu's 3-month campaign, a 3-month period of smearing human excrement inside the carriages posed a serious risk to public health and cost more than 20 grand to clean up. He had also been charged with possessing an offensive weapon.
his arsehole.
Yeah. Just a log of a poo in his hand that he's sharpened.
Turns into a shiv.
Yeah. A deadly weapon, a knife, at the time he abandoned. Eberendu was undergoing a mental health assessment before his sentencing hearing, which is expected to take
I
place
reckon
later
he's
this
all
month.
right.
Anyone who has spotted him should call British Transport Police. So he's still at large.
Oh, he's on the loose.
Yeah, man. When was this written? No date. Here, let me stick a picture of him in because he just looks like a normal bloke. Honestly, doesn't. If I seen him, I wouldn't think that he was a poo smearer.
I mean, it's some assumption to make when you see someone. Though,
Yeah, have a look in general. Look.
To be fair, it does seem pretty chilling.
It just does look normal. To be fair, it looks a little bit like. Well, no, it's not facially actually, but his hairdo. It looks like the guy from Earth, Wind and Fire. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
You're not wrong.
Remember?
You're not wrong.
It's got that like half fro going on, you know, where it recedes right back, but he's still
It's
keeping with the afro.
Yeah, it's still going strong.
Yeah.
I'll rate it. Well, big
This
up
looks like
poo
an
man.
old- I'm gonna say it looks like an old newspaper clipping though.
Do you know what I love about British tabloids is how they do kind of make these sort of tongue-in-cheek headlines and give people sort of nicknames.
Yeah,
Like, so
yeah,
he can be forever now known as Bonnie
Poo
Poo
Man.
Man Eberendu.
yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, big up that guy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how long ago
I
that
don't know
was.
why I'm picking him up. He's a fucking idiot. He's a dickhead. But
imagine being the guy who finds all this shit.
What do you mean?
the same guy every time.
Same
Oh no!
He's late for
He
work.
struck again.
He's late for work on 22 different incidents. You won't believe this. Gets on a different carriage every time, and it still happens. I've never seen anyone do anything weird like that, really. I mean, you see weirdos all over the place in Brighton, and I'm sure, well, in any neck of the woods you do, don't you? You have your village
Yeah.
idiots. But
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do something quite as extreme as that.
No, I think the worst I've seen is like in the Derby. There's like a sort of like famous bloke who just walks around backwards.
He does what?
He walks around backwards.
What?
So he just walks everywhere backwards.
How big is Derby? Do you-
Literally
do you see him
everywhere.
often?
He just
If you go into centre of Derby, yeah, you quite likely to see him.
Oh, please get a video next time, Rich.
what does he walk? Just literally
He
everywhere,
just
walking
walks
backwards.
I've seen.
Have you ever seen him walking forwards?
I think there was someone put a video of him walking forward once. On that.
I
It was
like how that was the
Why is he-
abnormality.
No. That was like a big thing when people saw that. It was like, is this guy like got better or something?
Do you know anything about? Has he got
No,
better?
well, no, you got
What, better at walking
no,
forwards?
you know something. You got to screw a bit loose if you're walking backwards everywhere. I mean, he was everywhere.
What way round was he wearing his clothes? That's the important question.
He was still wearing them normally. He
Right.
just walked backwards.
Well, now this just seems really fucked up.
Pathetic. Yeah, if he'd have wore his clothes backwards as well.
Then at least they would have been going forwards, and I could have sort of.
I don't know. It was just strange. Like he's a pretty famous guy around Derby. Like if you,
Does he drive?
I hope not.
Only in reverse.
What? Do you know any more details, man? Why is he doing this?
Nobody knew.
Derby man only walks
No,
backwards.
nobody knows. Like everyone just knows him as like the backwards man.
Here we go. A Mouse's Tale Part 2. The famous Derby man that walks backwards, writing down car number plates. Where have you seen him? Oh, he's sort of like a kind of Asian-looking guy.
He's just a local hero, really. Everyone knows him.
There is a famous local character in Derby, very distinctive because he walks backwards along the streets of Derby City. He is a Derby legend. He seems like a pleasant chap, not causing any harm to anyone. He always has a big smile on his face. He wears a large backpack and an open jotter, writing down as he walks backwards. If you live in Derby or drive around the city, I dare say you will have seen him at some point. Pictures of him. Maybe there's a video on
I'm just
YouTube.
watching a video of him now.
He's just a chill guy. Like he's saying doesn't do anything bad. He just
Do you
walks
think-
backwards.
Yeah, I'm looking at a video of him now. It's just on. That's quite enigmatic, to be honest. Do you think he's got mental health problems, or do you think he does it to sort of just fuck with people?
Maybe he just does it to try and get the number plate. And he just and he's after a certain amount of time, he's like, right, this is the new way I walk now. God knows.
Well,
No idea, mate.
It's really strange to watch as well, because it kind of looks like he's a person that walks forwards, but it's just been put in reverse. But obviously, everyone else around him is just walking forwards. Like, it doesn't look unnatural. Do you know what I mean, Tuke?
Yeah.
yeah, it
it's
looks
weird.
totally. I mean, if you do that every day of your life, you're going to get pretty good at it, aren't you?
That is mental.
So, Rich, have you actually seen this guy in person?
Yeah.
Why have you not asked him what he's doing?
Well, I don't know.
You
Never really
tend not
thought
to
of it.
want to approach people sort of. that
I'd
walk
ask him.
backwards.
I'd definitely ask him.
I don't know. It's just everyone just knows him as that, so everyone just leaves him to it. 'cause
You just
he's not.
accept it and that's it.
He's not like causing harm or anything. So if he's happy doing it, let him do it.
Literally, everyone's
Oh,
not even.
I'm not
no
saying
one's
stop
battering
him.
an eyelid. Look, he must just be proper. Yeah, he must be proper locally famous.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying.
is.
I'm not saying stop him. I'm just saying just ask him. There's nothing wrong with asking him. I just want to know what's he doing.
Yeah, that is very odd. We don't have nothing like that in Worthing. We had the bag lady, but that's not strange. She was just homeless. But suspicion has it, yeah, that she actually has loads of money, but she just refused to ever get like rehomed or housed or anything like that. She's just like, and she absolutely stink, man. You literally smell her before you see her, and she just had this trolley with just full of shit, bags everywhere.
We had Bradford Jesus, man.
Oh yeah.
He's this
Right.
guy. Have a little Google. He died a few years ago, actually. But it was this guy who he like sort of dressed in. I don't even know what the clothing would be. So
I'm looking at him now.
yeah, what would you describe that thing that he's wearing? It's kind of like what Muslims wear. I don't know what
Sort
the
of,
name
yeah.
for it is, but he were a
Oh,
Christian, and he
what?
just walked around just waving at everyone. Even if it were raining, he'd just be walking, and like he's pretty. You see his skin; he's pretty tanned because he just spends all his time walking around
Yeah,
everywhere.
he's wearing sort of modern just to describe it to the listeners. He's wearing sort of modern sandals. What I can only describe as sort of like a massively overgrown jumper that's gone down to sort of just above his ankles, and a collared shirt underneath it, and a man bag around his neck.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I mean, I kind of like characters like that because you know they're just like,
Oh, you were a local legend, mate.
do you know what I mean? It's just
Picture of
like
here.
They
a
were on
good
about
guy.
making a statue of him in Bradford.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a picture here of him sinking a Guinness, mate. He can't have been that religious.
We
do you
can be religious and have a drink.
No,
Religious
but I
people
mean,
drink.
like devout religious people sort of abstain from anything like that, don't they?
No, not necessarily.
Well, local legends, if you've got any, let us know in the comments. There's that guy on YouTube called, I can't remember his name, but he does a series called Mad Lads. And he did this one on this guy, the Catman of Greenock. Have you heard about
Right.
this?
No.
No.
So if you type in the Catman of Greenock on YouTube or Google, Greenock spelt green ock.
Right.
And apparently there's this guy whose legs just don't work, and he just crawls around eating scraps and rats and stuff like that.
Jesus.
And I think it's in Scotland. So where is Greenock? Let's have a look.
What
But
the
yeah,
fuck?
it was meant to be this big urban legend, and he's got like black skin and everything. Not like he's African or Jamaican. Like
He's just literally covered in
Or
shit.
just dirty, you mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Greenock. Greenock is a town. Blah, blah. Yeah, it's in Scotland. Yeah, it was this big urban legend for a long time, and then people started, when camera phones became a thing. People were like
Oh
capturing
my god, I'm looking at him now. What the oh my god.
mental, innit?
He's got a rat in his mouth, just chilling. What?
Yeah. So people started like hunting him down and recording him with their phones and stuff.
Yeah, that's not like just filth. It looks like he covers himself in soot or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't look. His skin is literally black.
Yeah.
From one way or another. But yeah, urban legends and the village idiots, we love them. So maybe we crack on with the second segment.
Yeah, I
man.
mean, it was also wholesome, and then you brought this Catman in. And
I know
What do you
you're
mean?
intrigued
What do you
now.
mean?
eh?
There's nothing wrong with him. It's not
I'm
bad.
saying nothing wrong. I don't know. He just, you've lost me here.
Well, he's clearly harmless. This
Yeah.
Catman of Greenock, but you'd be fucking freaked out if you saw him.
Exactly.
What do you
Someone
think
have a
he
horror
looks
film.
at on the internet?
What's that?
What do you think he watches on the internet?
Nothing but looks at
Rat videos.
it. How to catch rats.
Maisie the mouse.
How to disguise yourself in the darkness and catch rats.
Look, his hands as well. His hands are completely like black.
Everything's just totally black. It looks like he's literally got soot and just covered himself in it.
Yeah. We
Apart from round his eyes.
right. Well, let's crack on. This probably isn't the best thing for listeners to not be able to see, but they can Google it themselves. So
Well, we can
we've
stick it on YouTube, can't we? We can put a photo of him on YouTube.
We'll stick a photo up. We've got Done About That Mate and the Agony. I will do Done About That Mate next.
Yeah.
So this is Done About That Mate.
What? Fuck off! I don't know about that, mate.
This is a section in which it is 2 truths and 1 lie. It is up to Richard and Tuke to figure out which one is the lie. One of them is completely. Do you know what? There's in the past, I've tweaked a truth to make it a lie, but I felt like that is bullshit. So I've just completely made one up this week.
Yeah, fabricate it yourself. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Right, number 1. The internet is responsible for over 73% of the world records currently held.
Okay.
Right.
Again, the internet is responsible for over 73% of world records currently held. Number 2. YouTube uploads 72 hours of video every single minute, and it's mostly people's pets.
Right.
Number 3. Asia accounts for over half of the entire world's internet users.
Right. Okay.
Got them
Okay,
all?
so
Yeah.
I mean, Asia's fucking big,
Asia is massive.
and
And
it has a
like-
huge population
Mhm.
due to
I mean,
obviously
you-
China and India.
Yeah. Just look at China alone. All of them are like quite techie.
Yeah. So I believe that one. But
Yeah.
once again, you're gonna say things that sound believable. So
See, I would have thought one of you would have sort of cottoned on to how much of Eastern Asia don't have internet access, though. Yeah, they're a huge population. But how many like Asian countries are really sort of most households having internet access? I don't know.
I reckon most people will do, because if you get a smartphone, you can get internet access, which you don't even need to be a good smartphone.
That's true.
yeah.
The YouTube hours, I think I've heard that before.
It sounds
it's got-
right.
Yeah, I
how
couldn't
often
tell
do
you the
people put
hours.
Animals on these days, man. I don't
Oh, mate.
I suppose a lot. I
Yeah.
suppose because I don't look for those videos, I won't see them as much. But I bet if I looked for them, there would be a lot, wouldn't there?
That's 72 hours every minute of mostly people's pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't surprise me.
No, it
Really
would surprise
wouldn't.
me. What was the first one?
First one was the internet is responsible for over 73% of currently held world records.
That's the one that sounds a bit dodgy to me. Like
Yeah.
when you say it's responsible.
So if the internet didn't exist, these records wouldn't be able to be made. Like if Mr. Beast, for example, counting to what was it, something ridiculous like 100,000,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
or people playing this game for the longest, or winning doing this on the internet the faster than anyone else. I think loads of things.
Yeah.
There's loads of tiny little things like that, basically.
73% is a lot though.
I feel like a lot of wood records are like in person. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's more like
Could be
physical
right.
stuff than it is more than just people on the internet.
I don't even think 73% is that much. That leaves 27, almost a third, to still be like physical, real world records.
It's basically a
Oh.
quarter. 27%. I mean, it's just over a quarter. That's the one that sounds dodgy to me.
Yeah, I'd go with that as well. Just, I'd feel like there'd just be more like just random shite instead of just stuff on the internet. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I've decided. I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong every time, but I'm going with that one.
Yeah. What about you, Rich?
Yeah, I'll go with that one as well.
All right, drum roll. Boys. Congratulations, you're both correct.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I fucked myself on that one because the second fact was the 72 hours, and then I realised as I read it, I was like 73, 72. That blatantly sounds like one of them's just made up because I've read the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have spitballed the number a bit lower. I don't even know how many world records are set on the internet. There's probably a good few.
Oh, yeah, there'll be thousands. It's just, I just don't think it's that high a percentage.
No, probably
No, I
nowhere
don't.
near. Probably not even over 30%. Did you ever have the Guinness Book of World Records book when you was a kid?
Yeah. No, well, I never had one personally, but I used to
No.
like reading them.
I used to love flicking through that. It was a massive hardback book, just with loads of pictures of like fucking mental people with like really long fingernails or longest hair, or the smallest man in the world. I remember one that like stuck in my brain is the people that can like fucking relapse, fucking do that thing where their eyes like bulge out of their skulls.
Oh, yeah.
That's so
Popeye.
weird.
Proper grim, that is.
How was everyone on social media? What was the first social media when I first got on the internet? And I was quite late to social media. I remember in high school everyone was talking about Bebo.
I never did
Yeah.
that.
There was a
Bebo
Bebo,
was
and there
mine.
was another one where you like people. It was just like just one page, and it would just have all your pictures and like glittery things that you liked and gifs and this that, and the other. I can't remember what it was called.
Are we including MSN?
Yeah, it's not.
That's the first thing I
Yeah,
sort of went
That's
on.
more like that's more like a messenger chat room, isn't it? It's not really like a social media.
Mm.
But yeah, MSN Messenger. I remember that was like. That was
Never been
definitely
that
high
bothered. I've never been
That-
that
that
bothered.
honestly.
So MSN were the first one. I didn't have Facebook for ages, and then I eventually got it. But I'm not that bothered about Twitter. That's basically all I've ever had, to be honest.
school. Yeah, I remember. I think I was about 17, 18 before I had Facebook, and that would have been in 2008.
Yeah, I think I were about the same.
And I remember I was with my mate, and we had these two girls visiting when we lived in that hostel. And they were like, "What's your Facebook?" And I was like, "What's Facebook?" And they were like, "Oh my god," laughing at me like, "You don't have Facebook?" And I was like, "No, I don't even know what that is." And they're like, "Yeah, it's like the new MySpace." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, like, I didn't really even think anything. I thought it was just that, like, this tiny thing that them and their mates used. So I let them just set me up a Facebook, and yeah, just sort of fucked MySpace off after that. But MySpace was my first one.
Wait, at 18, I definitely knew about it, but I just wasn't bothered about it.
You just didn't do it.
I just didn't pay attention to any of that shit, really. Like, the only time I'd ever use the internet was for playing my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fair.
No, I mean I still had my computer, but I just didn't use it for much, really. I wasn't into my PC games as much at that time. I was more just playing my Xbox and shit and Halo.
That's a good point, actually. The 360, that's when, like, online gaming really became big
Yeah.
as well, isn't it? That's when...
Just Halo and COD just blew
you
up.
Yeah, I know you could get it for your PS2 and your Xbox, but nobody were doing it then. And then
It was very rare, yeah.
My mate, same lad who I was played Habbo Hotel with, actually, he had Sockham Navy Seals for the PS2, and I remember that being like my first like online gaming on the console, and mate, I was addicted.
Yeah.
That was so sick. I used to wake up,
Yeah.
like, I'd sleep around his house, and I'd wake up early to get on, because as soon as Josh was awake or Josh's dad was awake, they'd be on it. so I'd wake up early before them all. I know it sounds really weird at their house as well. So I'd wake up at like 6 a.m. go and get on it, and then like I remember Josh's dad would wake up and see me just like sat in their living room on my own playing this game, and he'd be like, "What are you doing awake?" And I was like, "Oh, I couldn't sleep, so I just thought I'd go and play this." And he went, "Right, piss off, it's watching."
Did you like set an alarm or something, or you just woke up excited?
I think I just woke up excited, like Christmas. Then you wake up bare early.
Christmas, but so calm.
Yeah, that was a sick game, man. Sock'em Navy Seals, great game.
I come over.
And that was for
PSP.
PS2, did you say?
PS2, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I always had PlayStation. I had the PS1, then the PS2, and then for some reason I switched to Xbox, which was the 360, but I got the Ring of Death, and it pissed me off, and I switched back to PlayStation after that.
Yeah, that does seem... We spoke about that the other day, and that just seems like proper cowboy trade, doesn't it? Like, selling a games console that after a couple of years just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get that now.
I mean, you got your good life out of a 360 though.
Yeah, but
it
things
was a
were
good
like...
like 10 years though, wasn't it?
That was kind of like the introduction of things that weren't built to last. Back in when we were kids, if you bought a piece of technology, you expect it to last forever, didn't you?
My
But-
PS1 probably works wherever that is.
Exactly, yeah. The N64 still work. All of that
Sega
shit
Mega
still work.
Drive.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like now things are like almost made to deteriorate. Like iPhones and shit just give up after a year or two, didn't they?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But I suppose in the same respect, like suppose the more hammered now, it's got to do a lot more than what
Mohammed?
the
did you say?
hammered.
Oh,
All
Mohammed.
these haram fucking technology back in the 90s.
But no, it's just like they've got to do a lot more than what the original consoles
Yeah, but it
had
goes
to.
hand in hand with the technology. It's not like it's got to
Yeah.
do a lot more on fucking 80s fucking analog technology, is it?
No, I know what you're saying, but in the same respect, like if it's got to do more, work harder, and it's going to deteriorate quicker.
Why are you humanising technology?
I'm not, I'm just-
It's working as hard as it can. What was the...
I'm just saying, if you hammer something enough, it's just going to break.
Yeah, I
after a
suppose
while.
we do use them a hell of a lot more now, don't we?
Like
the
you were
first-
saying, like with your computer, on it every day. Not all day, but you know what I mean. When it's working hard.
Yeah, my computer's making some right funny noises these days. I'm just on the edge of an upgrade, and it's been years and years and years since I've done anything to that computer. So it would be nice. I can't wait for it to power up the first time. And be like, oh my god, and then just get instantly disappointed where it's not as good as I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we know the first game Mouse sort of played online, then what were yours, Rich?
Oh, yeah, I
Or,
wanted to
the
ask you the
first,
same thing, yeah.
the one that you played, like, mainly,
Um,
the one that really stands out, I suppose.
What, on PC?
Prob-
Are you asking him on PC or console?
No.
Well, the
I'm
first
guessing
one ever,
console.
whichever one it happens to be, which I imagine it's console.
I think it was probably as either an early COD or Halo 2.
Ooh.
Was it?
Can't remember which one it was.
Similar time frames, weren't they?
Yeah, I want to say it was like COD 2. Oh no, it might not even be that. It might have been earlier than that. But
Earlier than
that's
Call of Duty 2?
Modern Warfare
Yeah.
2.
Or
No,
Modern
not
Warfare 2?
No,
Oh,
no,
right,
no,
okay.
no.
Just the World War 2 one?
Yeah, that was
What?
online. On
Oh,
the
yeah,
original
yeah, yeah.
360.
The early Call of Duty games were just sick. They were so good.
I were pretty late then. Because I mean, even when I played on my PlayStation, I've never been that bothered about playing online. So the first one I really played online a lot was GTA 4.
Was that
Yeah.
online, was it?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Which one was 4? Nico Bellic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I don't remember that being online, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
was
was
a
online.
laugh, man. We used to play this Cops and Crooks. That was pretty funny.
Oh,
It's like-
yeah.
When you started off as the police, obviously there'd be 4 coppers in the car, and most of the time people wanted to drive, so you get there and people would just jump out right at the start. So we just started. Anytime anyone jumped out, we'd slam the brakes on and run them over, and then set off and start doing the mission.
Griefers, man. But yeah, the old days, the infamy, the infant days of like online gaming, like yeah, your Modern Warfare 2s. I mean, it goes back way before that, but that was kind of like where it really started to become like its own phenomenon. But yeah, like, Modern
I'd
Warfare
say
2,
earlier than that.
the Halo series, Counter-Strike.
Mm.
Just so infatuating when you were sort of growing up and you were old enough to be able to spend hours on it.
Yeah. Straight back from school, straight on it.
Yeah, and young enough to sort of still be fascinated and addicted and I can't wait to get home to play this, you know?
Yeah.
World of Warcraft was a big one for me. Spent hours and hours on that game.
I
Never
played a
even
little
played
bit.
that.
I just never really got into it massively.
I was fully addicted, man. I wasted a whole summer holidays, man. Literally staying up all night and sleeping all day for the whole 6 weeks of the summer holidays of that game.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, man. My mum was getting like to the point where it was like the summer holidays, and I guess she didn't have to worry about me or nothing, but she was actually getting angry with me, like taking my keyboard. Off me.
You stink of shit.
Oh my! Have you heard that, Rich?
You've seen that video? It's disgusting, isn't it?
Just to contextualise this, there's. I don't know if it's just a sound clip or an actual. I've not seen the video.
I think it's
It's a
just
video.
sound clip.
I'm sure it's a video, innit?
Wait, isn't it on somebody's like? Aren't they like in an Xbox party or something? They can hear
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's some kid who's in a public lobby on Fortnite or Xbox or something like that. You can just hear his mum in the background. She comes storming in. She's like, "Go to the toilet," and he's like, "No." She's like, "Go take a shit. I can smell you." So this kid's obviously just like so addicted to this game and lazy that he's just sitting there shitting himself, and his mum's like trying to, mate. I would drag that kid by the scruff of his neck and sit him on the toilet.
I'd smack him. I'd hit him round his head. I'd drag him into the shower and tell him to wash and take his console off him.
And it's just his replies as well, just are so like makes me so squeamish. He's like, "No, just wait 1 second."
Yeah.
Horrible,
Oh,
man.
wait a minute.
Yeah, fuck that.
Sat there with shit coming out of him.
Oh,
Oh,
that's proper vile.
it is nasty, isn't it?
You've just reminded me of the bloody that Scottish woman. Disgusting.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic, innit?
That's an interesting point, actually. Viral videos.
Yes.
The strange corner of the internet where people become instantly famous
Yeah.
for
2 weeks and then everyone forgets.
Remember that Charlie bit my finger? I wonder how old that kid is now.
Oh man, he's like almost a teenager.
they
now.
yeah they were on national TV. I mean, that was even a good few years ago, and they were like grown up pretty much. They must be sort of late teens by now, I'd imagine.
And that's got to be like the first.
No, do you know what I was thinking about? What is the
Viral
first viral video? And I think I know what
Or
it
is
is. I think
Or
it's
is it the panda?
I think it's Chris Crocker. Leave Britney alone.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
yeah, I remember
I think that might be the first ever one.
I thought it was the
The panda sneezing.
yeah.
It was in the
Or
same
is it-
era probably, wasn't it?
I feel like there's a stormtrooper doing something as well.
Banging
But-
his head or something.
Yeah, something daft like that.
Numa. Do you remember Numa?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
The cat playing the keyboard.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah. What about Neon Cat?
Oh, Nyan Cat.
Yeah,
I think
something
that was
daft like
second
that.
wave, wasn't it? Second gen.
Probably.
That was when like you knew that's like when memes started taking their like most random turn. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
do you remember memes used to be like a picture of like a dude like walking into a party, and it would be like a genuine joke, like it would make sense.
Yeah.
But then memes just started getting like
Just went weird.
they don't make any sense anymore.
It can be anything, can't they, now?
I think Nyan Cat was sort of like the start of that whole thing, because it was like a Pop Tart cat.
But I suppose they started coming back around, making more sense.
No.
With the old like picture and that. No, or is that just
I
what I,
don't
see?
know. I think there's just a mixture of everything out there, isn't there?
Yeah, true.
If you were to describe the internet to an alien,
I directed that picture of that video, voice clip of "Ma'am, wait," as he shits himself. I think that just depicts it perfectly.
yeah, that might be. Yeah.
They'd vaporize us, man. They'd be like, fuck these fuckers. Let's
Real.
kill them all.
It's already too late for us.
I'd show
true.
them show them the sound of a Modern Warfare 2
Oh,
post-match lobby where they've just
They're
finished
just
a match
arguing.
and everyone just screams at each other.
How the fuck did we get away with that back in day? Like, you'd would fully be shouting down the mic.
I know,
Parents just
man. I
wouldn't
think kids
care.
these days wouldn't survive Modern Warfare lobbies, man. Like
no.
people be screaming the N-word at each other, saying they're gonna like kill and rape each other's family members, and it was bad. It was bad back in the day, man.
There's some people who've like threatened to stab people and stuff, and actually gone and hunted them down and stabbed them, aren't they?
Really?
Yeah, man, there was this kid who, I think they were playing maybe like Modern Warfare or whatever, so a game like that, and this kid stabbed him to kill him, and he got that mad that he'd lost that he said he were gonna like actually stab him, and he went and tracked him down and did it.
Fucking hell, man.
I think it was in, well, obviously we're in America.
I mean,
Did he have a cool
admire
knife
his
skin at least?
determination.
You are.
Did he have a cool knife skin at least?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he had a bit of skin on it after he stabbed him. Anyway.
That's so rank. So what were your first like online game? Oh, you said GTA 4, yeah. I think that's a
I
really
really
strange game
remember.
to pick up the first thing you have the internet.
It's not the first game I ever played, but it's one that really stands out. Like, my cousin used to like Fight Night, so he used to play
yeah.
that because he was better than me at it. So he'd play it, and I'd just have the headset on and give whoever he was playing a load of shit.
It was a game for both of you.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you've grown out of giving people shit.
Oh god, Tuke's the worst, man. I mean, God forbid we ever get like a real fan base and we do a video where we play with them or something, because if there's any Americans on, we're gonna have to mute Tuke, man. He's gonna go down for hate speech.
Yeah, I want every fan. I don't care where they're from.
Course,
But I feel if we did have America, if and we do, if and is that a thing? If and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just said and twice. If and we
If and
do,
when.
if and when have
English.
yeah, the fans that we have, or maybe will they will they?
Fucking hell.
You're doing it, me. You've fully gone off the rails.
Shit. I'm trying to say, any American fans we might well have, or come to find in the future. There we go. They probably agree with us, because we're just a bunch of British fucking smarmy dickheads who think, oh, our English is correct. The Americans can fuck off. I mean, I can't even make fun of myself saying that, because that is just the truth. But
You keep digging this hole, mate.
I know, yeah. Let's cut this out, Tuke.
I'm gonna cut all this out.
I can't even remember what we were saying. He's gone that off track.
Well, I was thinking about how the internet's come to kill a lot of industries, like Blockbuster, for example.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There is still one in America somewhere, isn't there?
I
Oh
think
my
there's
god.
one or two died about, yeah.
That was so sick, going to Blockbuster and renting a video game or a video or a DVD.
Best thing ever. On a Friday, your mate would sleep over, you got to borrow a game, you played as much of it as you possibly could before it went back.
Yeah, you literally stay
Yeah.
up for 2 days just to play as much of the video game, or then you'd have to rent it out the following week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't get anything new.
Do you remember having like a memory card full of save games for games that you didn't own because of that?
Yeah, yeah.
And you just couldn't bring yourself to delete him just in case you ever rented that game again.
No, I only had... I had small memory cards, man, so I had to delete often.
Were
I
you
were
that
often
kid with
deleting
multiple
stuff.
memory cards?
I had a couple, yeah. I mean, I had one initially, and then I went out and bought two as well. But they were only... how big were they? Were they like
They were
8
like
megabytes
Yeah,
or
they were
something?
tiny, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
how big's a
something
save game, really?
Yeah, but back then that's...
Mate, I remember the N64s. You used to have to buy a separate unit just to have like a rumble feature in your controller.
What?
You'd have to. It was called a rumble pack, and it was
Right.
this big fucking chunky thing. You'd have to smash it into the back of the N64, where the memory card would usually. I think it's where the memory card would usually go, and it made the controller like 3 times heavier, and it would have a rumble feature suddenly.
Right? What?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive,
I
but
never had
at the
an
same
N64.
time, kind of shy.
It
I've
is a bit
always had
shit.
PlayStations.
Yeah,
Rumble, look, I'm looking at it now. The N64 Rumble pack is actually massive.
I was a PlayStation 1, 2, original Xbox, and stuck with them until I got this bad boy.
Do you watch TGF Bro on YouTube?
Yeah,
I know what you mean, but I don't watch them.
I think their videos are considering that they've got quite a young audience base. I think their videos are quite funny. They're sort of borderline jackassy, aren't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
Just not as adult, obviously.
just mental.
They do some mental shit, don't they?
Like, that J guy's proper
They
mental.
do mad shit. Like, didn't one of them... Well, I say one of them. It's the white one. He's mental.
Yeah.
He-
There's something wrong with him.
Is it-
He's like... He's cemented his head into a microwave.
Yeah. He's done loads of fucking mad shit, that Jay. But it's weird because you'd think he was a proper tough kid, yeah. But didn't he get fucking beaten up by who was it in that YouTube boxing thing?
Oh yeah, I think
Absolutely,
was that Anderson Gibb?
he's getting knocked around. Was it Gibb?
Might
Yeah, I
have
think
been.
it. Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was
even
Gibb.
sure who
It
he
was Gibb.
fought.
Yeah,
But
Was it?
he was getting knocked about loads, but he kept coming back for more. If I remember
What's
rightly.
his name?
just touch Anderson Gibb or Big Gibb or whatever. Gibb versus Jay.
Yeah.
Jay Swindler, I think.
Yeah, it was. I thought, yeah, Jay's a nutter. Jay's gonna fuck with Anderson Gibb, and he just barely got a punch in, man.
Yeah, but being a nut and being like boxing,
I suppose, yeah, just being an
doesn't
idiot
work.
doesn't equate to being a decent boxer,
Yeah.
does it? Do you think, having killed off a lot of industries like Blockbuster, I was thinking about this the other day, I think the internet will eventually kill even like movie cinemas.
Probably eventually, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I went to the cinema. I don't even remember what I last watched in the cinema.
I used to go to cinema quite a lot last year. Well,
The last thing I watched was episode 9 of Star Wars. When it went with JD, and we missed our viewing, so we thought, oh, we'll just get a pint and sit and wait till the next one. We drank our pints and then we started getting JD and Cokes, and we were just fucking. And then through the film, we were just getting them as well. And by the end, I can't remember that film right well, man. We were steaming.
What, you kept getting up and leaving to go and get refills and that?
Get JD and Cokes all the way through, yeah. And then just at the end, we were just smashed, man. And then we went to town and went out all night. The whole reason we went to the cinema is because we said we just go out and drink. Anytime we ever go out together, all we do is drink. We never just go out and do normal shit. Let's go out and do something normal. Then we just ended up getting pissed out of our
I'd love to
heads.
have a night out with you two, man. I bet it'd be funny as fuck. JD, for some
Yeah, man,
reason, JD has
we'll
got a
do it.
direct line to my funny bone. Especially when I'm editing the podcast, man. He's definitely like I'd say he's definitely one of the wittiest out of us lot. Like some of the things he just comes out with, but he often gets lost under his. Well, he's got like one of the best mics here, but he just doesn't use it properly. So a lot of the stuff he says gets lost because I can't hear him.
How long have we been doing this? Should we do the
Oh
last
yeah,
segment?
one more segment. It's the agony aunt. We're gonna do Uncle Bates, right? Just before we get into this, for those who don't know, Uncle Bates is our agony aunt section, and if you have any problems, worries, queries, anything at all, you can get to us on the Retrobates. Well, on this episode on YouTube, just do it in the comment section, or you can do hashtag Uncle Bates, all one word, on Twitter, or you can email us at.
We're not going to see it on Twitter, man. So the best way would be for them to email, wouldn't they?
You might see it on Twitter one day.
you got to go on that Twitter.
Do you ever go on Twitter and put in hashtag
No,
Uncle
I
Bates?
hate it. I hate Twitter.
So we're not going to see it then, are we?
I thought
Yeah.
you was looking after our Twitter.
Why did you think that?
Because I said I hate doing Twitter, and you said, oh, I'll try and look after it more. And I was like, sound?
So basically, what we found out is us three don't do Twitter, and we're asking people to go on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't check our emails either, but you can get in contact with us there at contact.retrobates@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Are you having personal problems or a life issue that's turning you into a sad, depressed, ugly loser that no one likes? Having absolutely no self-esteem, confidence, or social skills of any sort?
I drank way too much last weekend and hired a hooker for the night. I woke up to see she had a dick! Now we're getting married in 3 months. Anyways, I don't know how to tell my father I lost his bank card.
My roommate doesn't know that I've been using his bong as a sex toy. Now he keeps asking me why I won't rip a cone with him. What should I do, Uncle Bates? Not a problem. Dust your shoulders off by leaving your worries in the Retrobates podcast comment section, and we'll have the Uncle Bates team get back to you as soon as possible. And remember, having problems isn't normal, so get your worries washed away. Contact Uncle Bates today.
Right, this week's agony aunt, something I found online. It was a Dear Deirdre, but now it's a Dear Retrobates. I'm a fan of the online game Habbo Hotel. You see, bit of foreshadowing we did earlier.
Right.
And after many hours of searching, I found myself a beautiful thing together, dancing, exchanging first.
Right, so in this point, Mouse basically says that this lad found a beautiful girlfriend and they went singing and dancing and exchanged furniture or something like that. I don't know. Something went wrong with the recording, so I couldn't properly make it out. I don't know. This game sounds like a load of old shit to me. I don't know what you do on that. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Back to the story.
She was the best thing. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. Then she dropped the bombshell. that she has someone else. I was furious. At first, I wanted to kill this other Habbo, but now I am totally depressed and want to die. I hate every second I'm alive. Please help.
So all of this is through that game?
Yeah.
So he's found what he thinks is love.
Oh, fuck off, man. What is wrong with you?
I'm not sure why 16-year-old's still playing Habbo Hotel, if I'm honest.
That's a good point. Why have a hotel out of everything?
He's fallen in love with a character on a game. It's probably just a bloke in his mum's cellar.
And they don't even look good, these characters.
Yeah.
Just do what everyone does. Buy a load of cans, down them, go out pissed out of your head, and try and finger someone.
Yeah, I was about to say 16.
Yeah,
so
I guess I don't think you quite do that.
the fingering's legal, but...
Oh, he's 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say turn that back a little.
Well, all right, maybe not go out to the pub. I didn't say the pub. I didn't even mention the
He just
pub.
said cans. He meant
Cans.
fizzy pop.
Yeah, fizzy
Yeah,
pop.
yeah. You get off your head off on caffeine, man. I were going out and drinking at that. I'm not condoning it. I was a very,
Back in
very
my
naughty
day.
boy.
He's probably, though, you don't know, he might be a little bit learning impaired, for lack of a better word. He might be a bit antisocial, a bit socially anxious. He's logged into this virtual chat room where you can adorn a new persona. He's made himself a lovely pixel girl. I like how he describes it. He's like, we did everything together. Swimming, dancing, exchanging furniture. It should say in brackets, online.
Online.
Yeah.
It's like in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They were like, ew, you had sex with D? He's like, no, online. like some sort of situational drama. Some other like better looking Habbo swooped in. Even though you can choose how you look, has swooped in, swept this woman off her feet, taken her back to his room for a bit of furniture swapping, if you know what I mean. And now he's really upset. Maybe we should make Habbo accounts and try and find this guy.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I'll change my advice for this lad.
Will you?
I was going to say you're going to say anything.
I don't know what to tell him, honestly. I
mean, I'd say just play a better game than Habbo.
Yeah. Second Life, VR chat.
Uh,
There's way better looking pixels that you can...
Go on Fortnite. There's some pixelated booty
learn some
for him.
Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
Then you can
You wanna-
actually be semi-impressive in the real world.
Maybe he only plays free games. Listen, you want to
Get
get
on War
back
Thunder.
at some guy, download War Thunder, get yourself in a plane and shoot some enemies down.
If you're feeling suicidal and depressed, War Thunder is not the one.
Yeah, and I mean, and then if you do, you just nosedive into the ground, man.
You know what?
In
You
the
know what you
game.
need to get?
In the game.
You need to save up and play a bit of Tarkov. That'll inspire him to
Oh my god.
That'll definitely make him suicidal. That game's so enraging, man.
Yeah, that is one of the most frustrating games I've ever played in my life.
So is War Thunder, to be honest. When you pilot gets shot, it's so annoying.
Yeah, that is fucking annoying. Where you've spent 20 minutes gearing up, going into battle, and the second shot, it's your pilot dead.
I'm dead.
Tanks are even worse. Tanks just get one banged all the time.
I would never play that game for tanks. You are
I know you
crazy.
don't. But to be fair, we've all stopped playing tanks now. We just go on there and fly around in Spitfires.
Yeah, that's good, man.
It is fun. The
Living the dream.
aerial combat on that game is fun.
We've got a video compilation of our funny banter on War Thunder. If you want to check that out, just don't forget to subscribe. Go and check out our other stuff. We just started playing this new game Valheim, which some of you probably have heard of, some of you probably haven't. It's basically adult Minecraft. You're a Viking. You have to survive in this new realm. You go around and forage and create and build structures, and you have to take on these big world bosses. And the combat is very Dark Souls style. How would you describe it, Rich? Have I hit the nail on the head there? Or?
Yeah, you're pretty spot on. It's just a survival adventure game, really, isn't it? You can build.
I'm absolutely loving it. There's some really, really cool features. And we've started a cinematic series. And what might that be, I hear you asking? We are playing in a way that is sort of role play, and it's edited in a way that is going to become like a series with a storyline. So that's kind of inspired by the old what's it called, where you make stories out of video games? It used to be
Machinima?
Machinima, yeah. So very Machinima inspired. We've done our first episode, which is out already, so definitely check that out. And that'll probably be a bi-weekly thing because it does take quite a while to edit. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. Tuke has just started his own channel. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that, Tuke?
Yeah. I was wanting to do a lot more games and things. But it was mainly me playing a game and then either John or Rich watching me. So I decided to make my own and only leave Retrobates as like a group thing. So at the moment it's called Tyke Man Tuke, which is Tyke man Tuke. And yeah, man, that's so far there's nothing up there.
Oh, I thought you'd
But there will
uploaded your
be.
first one today.
It's going up tomorrow. I don't know. It's gonna be very similar to the Retrobates channel, but just myself basically.
So
So,
what
yeah.
are you gonna do when, like, so you're playing, I know you're playing Abe's Odyssey, for example.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do sort of like a narration as you play it, or?
I'm just being myself, man. Just talking about what I'm doing and swearing a lot when I die.
Fair enough, really.
Yeah, man, living the dream.
I'm quite looking forward to seeing it. I will be subscribing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through Resident Evil 7 so that I'm ready for. I don't know if I am now. Actually, it's getting a bit close.
Yeah, you might.
I'm gonna play Resident Evil 8.
I saw
Yeah, straight in.
I saw the trailer, I think, for 8 or something to do with it, and
Yeah.
it looks very scary.
Yeah, it looks mental, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm
Gone
not
like
into
a
scary
different
games.
way. There's like werewolves and shit in it now, by the looks of it, which it's just it seems like just a totally different game now.
It looks quite graphic intense as well.
Yeah, yeah, it does. I'm looking forward to it, man. I do like Resident Evil games.
I'd quite like to watch you play that. I might keep myself muted and watch you play, or I could just watch the videos, I guess.
I mean, I'm not
You'd
I'm not
rather.
opposed to you being on it and talking if you want.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to take anything away from the video. People that might be watching it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see anyway.
All right, should we round it up there then?
Yeah, man.
All right, well, thank you ever so much for listening. This has been the Retrobates podcast discussing the internet. Do let us know your thoughts and comments in the comments section. Give us a like, a subscribe as always. And yeah, fuck you very much for listening. I've been Mouse, and with me as always, Tuke.
Hello and goodbye.
And Big Man Rich.
Ta-ra, everyone.
Till next time, guys, don't forget to check out our other videos, and the podcasts are every Wednesday. So come back next week for more banterific discussions and banter that, yeah.
Talking, funny things.
Doing talks and talking about stuff and that.
And all the best Boris impressions you can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fire
up,
away,
Boris.
Rich. Do
Go
one
on.
quick. Fantastic.
Second to none, that one, Rich.
Yeah, I'll work on it. See if I can get it better.
See you around.
See you around.
Bye.